All right, Pirate fans and surrounding areas. It's Pirate Podcast Wednesday Pirate Podcast, and that means we're going to be talking about our softball program and our baseball program here. In a few minutes, I'll have our head coach for our softball uh, program, Coach Melissa Reyes, will be joining us, and then about five, I think it's 5:45. Coach Silva will come on for baseball. So we're doing a little different. Usually, Coach Reyes comes on at 3:30, but they had some things going on at the school, so we moved it an hour back to 4:30. She'll be on here in about 2 or 3 minutes, and then of course, like I said, about 5:45. Usually we have the baseball at 6:30, but it'll be moved up about 5:30, 5:45, right after Coach Reyes. We'll be talking with Coach Silva and we'll be talking baseball. So Coach Reyes does have a few of her players coming on here for the podcast and another assistant coach. So definitely excited about talking to the players and the assistant coach, and then congratulating her. Obviously, if you guys haven't seen it on social media or were not at the game or didn't catch the live stream, last night's game was awesome. I'm glad I was a part of it there, calling the game there in the press box. Rockport got the win. It was a great game. It was a pitching duel between both pitchers. Ingleside has a great pitcher. Rockport-Fulton has Maddy Dykes, and Rockport got the win to be crowned the 2025, I think, the district champions. 40, I can't remember, I had it written down, but they are the 2025 district champs, undefeated, 8-0, man. So that's awesome. And so we definitely want to congratulate Coach Reyes, her assistant coaches, and the Lady Pirates, and also kind of recap that game, talk about that game, get coach's thoughts on what you saw from the team. And like I said, it was a great game from start to end. I thought it was going to be another good one, and it was. And then also talk about the playoffs. The playoffs start here. I'm not sure exactly when the Lady Pirates will play or who they'll play. So hopefully we can get that information from Coach Reyes here in a bit. But again, hopefully you guys can tune into the podcast here in a few minutes, and then share the podcast, man. Share it if you like it. Press the like button. And then share it to your timeline. We want to get more eyes here on our programs, on our podcast here. When we talk about softball, when we talk about a program, baseball, whether it be soccer, football, volleyball, whatever that may be. So give me just about a second or two here, and let me send the info to Coach Reyes. Like I said, a lot going on here as we get ready now for the playoffs. The fun part, it's a new season, they say, when the playoffs start. So I'm looking forward to the matchup. I'm not sure who exactly we're going to play, but hopefully it's best out of three. We'll see where all that takes place. I don't know. Coach Reyes may have that info already. We'll definitely find out, and I'll definitely ask her here when she comes on. But again, she's going to have three of her players coming on, and one of her assistant coaches. So we're definitely excited about that. And like I said, share the podcast when you, if you like it, push the like button, press the like button, and then share it as well. So here we'll wait for Coach Reyes to come on. And then, of course, we'll have Coach Silva on about 5:30, 5:45. So definitely tune into that as well. The boys actually got a baseball game. It's not Friday, it's tomorrow, another district game. So that'll be played on Thursday, not Friday, tomorrow here in Rockport. So we'll definitely talk to Coach about that. And hopefully we can get a huge crowd out there tomorrow to support the Pirates as we're still in the hunt for a playoff spot. So these last few games here that the Pirates will play is going to be very, very important. Also, while Coach Reyes is coming on, I had, if you guys didn't tune into the live stream last night. I had a special guest, someone I've been wanting to try to talk. Actually, the last 2 weeks I've been trying to get her to come on and talk. I thought she'd do great. Finally, last week, not this game, but the game prior, she finally said, "You know what? Next week when we play, we come back. I'll definitely come on." And I think she did a great job. Susie Galvan, I've known her for a very, very long time, and she's always up in the press box. Does a lot for the program. And said, "Just come on. No one can see you. Just put the headsets on." And she came on for the first time and did an awesome job, I thought. So I'm trying to talk her in to see if she wants to be the full-time announcer next year for the softball. She knows the coaches know her. She knows the players. She knows softball. So I think she could give more input than I ever could, right? So definitely, I hope I can talk her into committing to that, at least for the home games. If she don't want to do the road games, at least the home games, I think that'd be great. But I thought she did an awesome job um, yesterday, last night. So we'll see if I can get her for the playoffs. I think we're going to do the playoffs here when I get that info. Hopefully, we're available and we can do the playoffs. And I'll be definitely giving her a call, see if she can come out and call those games. Then we might be a little late here. I know Coach Reyes had some things going on here. I don't know. I think they had some signings maybe today, or they had something going on with the players that she had to come in a little late. But if you guys didn't see the game, man, what a game, between these two teams. I kind of thought at the beginning that didn't know what Calhoun and Sinton really had, but I thought that these two teams were definitely going to be at the top for a district title. Rockport had gone over to Ingleside due to the flooding, because this last night's game was supposed to be it was supposed to be in Ingleside, but because of the flooding a few weeks ago, we had to change course, and so we ended up playing the first matchup in Ingleside, which Rockport got the 1-0 win. And then, last night, I thought it was going to be another battle, and it was. And Rockport again got the 1-0 win. So not much running from either team, and that's not no surprising to me the way that I have been able to talk and follow both of these pitchers. When I'm not at the game, I follow both teams closely on Game Changer, and then of course we have the podcast during the week with both coaches. Coach Lewis comes on Mondays. Coach Reyes comes on Wednesdays. So I've been really close to these pitchers, these teams. So I'm getting kind of some insight on what they're capable of doing. And to no surprise, both of these pitchers in both of these games were very, very good for Rockport-Fulton, Maddy, for Ingleside, Kalia. And last night was no different. But Rockport was able to again squeeze that one run. That was enough. Give me just a second. Okay. And so that was enough to get that one run lead as Rockport goes 8-0 and district champs. And I tell you, man, much. I think it's been about 4 years. I'll get with Coach Reyes, seeing the last time that they won, but it was well deserved. And these girls, that was a goal that they had set out for themselves this year, and to be able to meet that. And I think the way that they won a lot of these games, has been real impressive to me. And so now, good celebration last night, but now it's back to work today, as they now gear up and get ready for the playoffs. Hopefully, it'll be a 3+ round for the Lady Pirates, as I think they have the team to most definitely get them to at least the third round plus the third round. So we'll see how far this team can go. Obviously, the competition gets tough. It's a little different this year because they're the big schools. Now they're being split for the first time, right? So the small schools, Rockport's going to go as a small school. So they won't be having to play like Calhoun or any of those. So we'll see. Sometimes the smaller schools, it's not a blessing. Sometimes there's some tough teams. So we'll see who are some of the teams that will be able, we will be facing should the Pirates, Lady Pirates keep winning. And obviously um, the other teams keep winning as well. All right, Coach, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm sorry about that, Coach. I ended up
No
switching
worries.
and I forgot to give you the new info, man. So when you text me, I said, "Oh man, I changed it up and I forgot to give it back to Coach." Started talking and forgot.
This is where you get in. I've got Coach Sawicki with me.
Coach Sawicki, did I get that right, Coach? Because I got to get it right now. We
Yes,
have
sir.
Sawicki. All right. Well, thank you for coming on. So now having you on, that means we've gotten all of the assistant coaches, which is really good. So let's get the girls on, and of course, the first thing, there's Kalia and Maddy, and you say we had one more, Logann, or no?
Yes, Logann will be joining in. She's getting an ice bath right now. I think she's done and just changing, and
Okay.
she'll join in.
All right. Well, we're already live, so we go live, ladies. We don't out so that way. By the time you come in, y'all don't have to wait for me to put in the description. I do all of that. By the time you guys come in, we're ready to rock and roll. So the first thing I want to do is congratulate Coach Reyes, Coach Sawicki, Coach Kelly, and Coach Gonzalez, and the Lady Pirates on the win last night. 2025 district champs, man. That sounds really, really good, ladies. I know everyone here in Rockport is really, really happy. You guys set out a goal at the start of this season and were able to accomplish it. And I got to say, the games that I followed and saw, the way we won some of these games, very impressive. Especially these two wins against Ingleside. I follow them as well and do a podcast. That's a really good team over there. And for you guys to be able to play them twice in district and shut that offense down to no runs, to me, is very, very impressive. And a lot of kudos to that pitcher right there that you got there, the junior Maddy Dykes. You did a great job, I'm telling you. So we're gonna, hey, listen, we're gonna brag, we're gonna rag, we're gonna be talking about you throughout the rest of the season. I hope that's not an embarrassment because we don't mean to, but we're just so happy with what you guys have accomplished. And every time we get on the screen here behind the mic, we definitely want to send those positive vibes and let the whole community of Rockport and surrounding areas know how good our Lady Pirates are here in Rockport. So, Coach, I'm going to go ahead and talk to the ladies first. We also have the freshman, the stud that I call Logann Wood, will be joining us. So I'm excited about. I've never talked to Logann, so I'm excited about having her here on the podcast. She'll join in soon. But ladies, I'm not going to take too much of your time. I do want to talk about your performance last night. Kalia, I'll go to you. You know, when you come up, I always say, "Here comes the power" with you and Oceana. It's something that I just started to do here recently. But it's coming true, man, because your home run. I mean, first of all, it was a beautiful hit to center field. I think it went past the fans that were out there. I think they just kind of saw the ball going. But from where we were sitting, it looked beautiful heading out of the park. But it turned out to be the one run that won us the game. Kylie Ward is one of the best pitchers in the Coastal Bend. In my she pitches very well. Last night you were waiting for that pitch. It seemed like. Take us through the process. You're coming in. were you, it looked to me like maybe you knew there was a pitch that was coming, that I'm just waiting for that pitch. And once that pitch was thrown, you jumped on it and there was no looking back. Take us through what you saw at that at bat that got you that home run.
Well, from my previous games, due to my success this season and how many home runs I've hit, I haven't been seeing very many strikes. So I know when I do see one, I have to capitalize on that. And I could tell her body language was kind of off, so I knew one was coming. I just had to be patient.
Um, do we talked about your I know your goal. You said to me the last time you were on, said I just wanted to get 10. uh I don't know what your number is, but I know you got more than 10. Do you happen to know how many home runs you currently have right now?
12.
12.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to count about 3 or 4 more in the postseason. I think you're going to get a couple of more. It's a beautiful thing to see you get those home runs. Didn't think I was just like, let's put the ball in play, and there it goes. And the people that were sitting in the press box, as soon as you hit it, I guess they know more than I do. I guess they can hear the hit. I don't know, but as soon as you hit it, it's gone, man. And it sure just took off and it went. So everyone was excited. The crowd erupted. That was awesome. Maddy, man, I got to go to you. I mean, like, if it wasn't for your pitching, I don't know that we win the game, right? You held that offense to nothing. And both times at their place, which is a lot easier said than done. That's a really good team over there offensively from 1 to 9. In last night's game, talk about your mindset going in, because you pitched the whole game. You see these girls, more than once. They come up the second time, they come up the third time. Usually second, third time they can get something off of the pitcher. Last night they couldn't get nothing. Talk to us about your preparation last night, and because you started off really strong, right? Like with two outs. I don't know if you knew, but we had your aunt, your family, Susie. I put Susie on the headset last night, right? And so people were telling me, "Are you sure you want to do that?" I said, "Absolutely." So Susie was kind of giving us insight on about you. But the one thing was, I've been telling Coach Reyes, what I see from you is just a lot of confidence. You've always had that, but nothing seems to bother you. You seem to be very focused when you're there, pitch after pitch. If they get a hit, they get to third base. It's okay. We're good. No problem. I'm going to keep doing my job. But going in to this game, what was your mindset? And as the game was going, did you kind of tell yourself, hey, listen, this is going to be my night?
Even before the game, me and Kalia were talking. We were like, we did not want to play them again a second time. So, like, we were going to do whatever we could. And my warm-up before the game, if you would have seen it, you would have thought she's going to walk 10 girls this time instead of 8.
Yeah.
So what changed as you, because you started off strong. I think you struck out 2 in the first inning. I think you went 2. I think you faced 3 batters. I think it was. I know you struck out 2, I believe. So what changed from the warm up where you thought, oh my God, I may be walking a couple, to just really getting on point here? Because I think when you start strong, obviously you start building that confidence, right? So what was it early on? Did you want to be aggressive with them and just say, look, because you've talked about, I've got the defense. I mean, you've talked here on this podcast. So I know my defense. If they hit the ball, they got my back. So, did you want to be aggressive at the start of the game? Was that the game plan?
I know once the game actually started, like, I wasn't nervous or anything. I felt calm about the game. Like, I knew, like, the first time my defense did really good against them. So I figured if the ball does get hit and put into play, I have them behind me. And I started off good, and that really, like, built me up from there. And so I built off of that throughout the rest of the night.
I got to tell you, with the defense has been awesome. If they play small ball, we're not missing the beat. We're covering the bases. The outfield, Hunter Duplinchen, my goodness, she covers all kinds of space out there. Hannah Olsen does a great job. Gabby Castaneda, I mean, they do a great job out there. They don't drop too many balls out there, if any. Jalissa does a great job with Logann on that one side, and then Oceana and Trisha on the other side. So, and then we know what Kalia can do behind the plate. So it was overall, it was just great. to see you ladies be able to perform that way. And 8-0, man, you didn't even lose a game in district, sweeping all of the teams. Kalia, I got to ask you. So when you get the final out, right, and you can now say we are district champs. Tell us what that feeling was like at that moment when I think it was Hannah that caught the last out.
Well, as a senior, my goal has always been to make it past round one. And I think winning this undefeated district title really set us up to accomplish my goal. So it was a feeling of excitement and a little bit of sadness knowing that that could have been my last home game ever. So it was bittersweet, but it was incredible.
I mean, it can't get no better than, yeah, your last possible home game, right? And you hit us. I mean, when you go back 10 years from now, this is where, I mean, it ended for me right here, but it ended with a home run, with my home run that actually got us the district title. I mean, it doesn't get no better than that, does it? I mean, that's awesome. We have it on video, so we're going to be playing it. You know, my goal is with this is 5 years from now, we go to these restaurants out here and say, look, man, we got a game, man, just put it on. People are going to want to see it, right? So that years come, we got these games that we'll go down there, talk to Augie and all these guys from Rockport, say, man, play this game while people are eating. They'll enjoy this game out there. So hopefully we can get some of these games as the years go to continue to reflect back when we won district, and we can play these games. That's the goal for us. For you, Maddy, what was the feeling like for you when you that they caught that ball and you can say, man, we're district champs? What did you do? Because I got so happy. I didn't even see what you guys were doing. What did you do? Did you run to Kalia? Where did you go? What
I
did you
walked
do?
off the field. I was very happy and proud of Hannah. I didn't immediately run to her because everybody was already there, but I made sure to tell her good job and that I was proud of her. And I've always made sure to do that to someone who has a very big catch in the game, especially at the end in a game like that. I made sure to let her know that I was proud of her. And yeah, it was a very happy moment, especially since like I just wanted to do what my cousin did, Sierra. And so I finally got the chance to do that too.
Coach Reyes, I believe that's the last time we won district, right? When they were here, Sierra and Mikey and them.
We got my freshman year.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So they had already graduated, correct?
That was the last time of undefeated district champs. Yes.
Okay.
With Sierra, Mikey, with that group of 2021.
Wow.
And
awesome.
And then yes, like Kalia said, we were co-district champs her freshman year.
So how good is that for you, Kalia? You come in as a freshman, co-district champ. You're leaving as a senior, sole district champ, man. So you did exactly what you set out to be. I gotta ask you before I get over to Logann, Kalia, how special is this team? When you think back right now to this team, obviously the season's not over. We still got a lot of softball to play. But when you reflect back, when you get some time, how special is this team to you?
This team has honestly been like the closest family I've had all 4 years. Like my freshman year, a lot of the upperclassmen were kind of more closed off from the underclassmen, but this year I feel like we were unity and like we were an actual family. Like I love every single one of them.
Well, as a fan, I can see that, and that's key. You talk to coaches, and they got to build the family culture. It's what I hear from coaches, and obviously that is what we have here. There's a lot of trust in this team that everyone next to you is going to do their play, right? Like I don't have to do mine in yours. Like I'm going to concentrate on mine. The person next to me, whoever that is, you guys have trust that they're going to do their job. And when 9 people are doing their job, the end result is district champs, 8-0, right? That's what happens. Maddy, first of all, I'm glad you're going to be back next year, man. I'm already getting excited when next season starts. We're going to be talking more about you. But when you reflect back on this season, how special is this team to you?
I think, just like Kalia said, I think we're like really close this season. Like, I like every single person on the team, and I genuinely talk to everybody, and everybody like talks to each other. There's no like certain groups that go off on their own or anything. Everybody talks to each other. We make sure to include each other. And even in the beginning of the season, like everybody like just came together and we just continued to grow together as the season went on.
Oh, that's awesome. It's great to see. And like I said, I think every game that I've seen, very focused. Everyone's very focused, ready to go. Coaches do a great job of having you guys ready on the defensive side and on the offensive side. Not to say that the other teams that I saw weren't doing a good job, but this team to me is different. It's a different team doing some different things. Watching. I saw you, for example, in there. I was telling them your body language when I see you, Maddy, pitching. I said, Maddy's different this year than last year. She's focused, ready to go. I do want to tell you. So when the ball gets hit, are you wearing a mask? Is that what you call it? Whatever you wear, it's to protect your face, obviously. Right? Can you take that thing off? Because Susie was next to me when you were gonna catch. You remember when that pop fly came to you? Susie's like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, she's gonna be all right. She'll be all right. She caught it. But are you able to take it off or no?
We are. It's just I just choose not to.
Okay. Okay.
But I've seen a couple of pitchers take their mask off to catch a ball like that. I just don't.
Because then you risk like
you caught
stepping.
it. You caught it. It was your Aunt Susie. She was a little concerned that, she's going to get it. She's going to be all right. Coach, I want to ask you a question before I go to Logann. So, because I don't know this, there was a lot of talk. So Kalia, when she went back, right? Because that umpire was in her way, right? Like, obviously, but what happens is that, I mean, even if she runs into him, obviously it's still an out like they called it. Is that what the rule book says?
Well, that one was kind of tricky, and to be honest, I was looking at where the ball was, and so I didn't catch her running into the umpire. Um, Honestly, I don't think he should have been in that base running path. He should have positioned himself differently. But I missed that part where Kalia had ran into him. So when she came back into the dugout, she was kind of asking, "What should I do in that situation?" And in my thought, I was thinking that she had gotten off. She like took her lead a little too big, but then the the home plate umpire came in and actually explained that. And then I was like, oh, I didn't even realize that she had ran into him and stuff like that. So um, in a situation like that, I think that base should be awarded to the runner because of the interference. But that's not the way it played out. And but the home plate umpire did explain it a little better. So we just had to roll with it.
Yeah, you have to roll this sometimes. I do think, Kalia, you would have been safe because I know as soon as you saw the call, you went back quickly before that ball was thrown. So I knew you were going to be safe, but I don't think you saw him there because when you hit, you kind of like you just stood straight, and those few seconds was just enough for them to get the ball over. So I thought they were going to kind of say, okay, it was my bad. We're going to do it again. But when they called the out, I was like, oh, wow. I'm going to get with Coach Reyes because I didn't know what the rule was on that. But yeah, they got the final call, so we just roll with it. It didn't affect the game. The Lady Pirates still won, so that's good. Ladies, hold on here for just a minute. I'm going to talk to the freshman Logann Wood. Logann, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
Thank you for stopping by. I've been waiting to talk to you for quite some time here. So Coach Reyes told me today you were coming, so I was all right. So listen, I know you're a freshman. I'm already a fan of Logann Wood. I saw you varsity, if I can say this, so people that don't know you, you made varsity. You're a freshman, varsity volleyball, varsity basketball, varsity softball. I think you're a cheerleader as well.
Yes, sir.
And then you're a track star. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
I added the star, but you were track, right? Man, that's awesome. I want to tell you a little something. I was streaming a game last year for baseball, and I think the middle school was having a track there at the football field, and I must have heard your name like 6 times. First place, Logann Wood, first place. I couldn't see because I was streaming, but I was hearing the game, and I thought, wow, she's first place. That's the only name that I hear. I want to ask you to start off with at what age did you start playing sports?
Um, each sport has a different timeline where I started. Softball was definitely the sport that I've done the longest, but most of them I've started from an early age.
Yeah. Do you remember coming on the podcast when you were young?
Yes, sir, I actually do.
Yeah, Steve Cantu told me during that podcast, said, you better remember the name Logann Wood because you're going to be hearing it a lot. He was right on spot. I said, really? He goes, yeah, remember that name. And here you are doing some great things for Rockport-Fulton. I got to say, as a fan, I'm happy that you're here on our team playing for us. And I look forward to seeing the rest of this year and the rest of your 3 years. I think you got a bright future in whatever it is that because I think you're gonna be playing at the next level. You're gonna be doing something at the next level. I'm pretty sure. When I talk to coaches, Logann, they talk highly of you. I don't know if you've ever heard on the podcast, coaches. I've asked them, what what's so special, what makes her special, and your work ethic comes out. Just the time you put in to be as good as you are at such an early age. Coaches say she's just faster than kids her age. She can just jump higher than. Um, when you hear these things, how does that make you feel when you hear coaches, people talk about you and just the good stuff, the positive stuff that you're doing here at such a young age?
I really like the reassurance, and my all my coaches are my biggest supporters. They have been so helpful in where I am today. But I always have to make sure that no matter what they say, I'm always trying to get better. I'm always trying to ensure that I'm not settling for anything less. I'm always trying to look better, 1% better.
The coaches just say that you work harder, and that's something we like to get on the podcast because they don't see that, right? They just see what you put out on the field, but they see what you do. They see the hard work that you put in, and obviously we see your performance, whatever sport it is that you're playing. So we know that you're definitely putting in the time. If I was to ask you, out of all of these sports, including cheerleading, what would you say is your favorite sport?
I love all my sports and I will give all my passion and everything. I'd say track and softball are pretty close though.
Track. Yeah. So, coach, so you're going to area? Where's she going? Regionals? Isn't she, coach? I read something about Logann. Where's she going, Coach Reyes?
Regionals.
Regionals. Man, that's awesome. I mean, you're doing it at a young age. Listen, when I watch you play, Logann, I see someone that's playing. Your IQ is so much higher than most ninth graders. I mean, just you understand the game so well. Even when I watched you play basketball, you're just ahead of your time. You just understand situations when you watch. It's really fun to watch you play because at such a young age, you're just above your age and just where your high school career will end up. I'm just glad I'm going to be a small part of being able to watch it alive and watch you just continue to grow. Let's talk about last night's game. So you guys play Ingleside. I know it's your first year there, but with the varsity, but playing this team, I was telling Maddy and Kalia that this offense beating them twice was really tough because that's a really good team on the other side. But to be able to hold them to no runs in 2 games, that's 14 innings, and they can't even score one run. How impressed were you with the way the team Rockport performed against Ingleside?
Um, I this team just means a lot to me. I mean, I've played with these girls since I was little league coach pitch, and we just all have a special bond. And I'm just so impressed on the way that we use each other to pick each other up no matter what, and just the determination we have. And it's just great to be around, especially my freshman year. They just impressed me every day with the hard work that everybody puts in, and just the way that we lift each other up is really awesome to be a part of.
It is. So winning district, what did that mean to you? The district champs.
It's an incredible feeling. Last night, the last play, I mean, Hannah did incredible. it was a great team win, I'd say, and it's incredible to be a part of it, especially my freshman year. Not everybody gets to say that they get to be undefeated district champs with a team, and not everybody gets to say and have the team bonding that we have. And it makes me speechless of just how incredible this is.
It is. I want to take you back to the Calhoun game. So when the ball's hit, you're chasing everything, whether you can get it or not. I mean, and you're super fast. But there was a play that you made. The ball was hit a little bit past you. You ran with it. You dove, or you remember the play that I'm talking about against Calhoun?
Yes, sir.
And you dove and you stretched out, because when I got home, I was able to slow the video down, because that's how, and it was very impressive. The timing, reaching out and catching the ball. Talk to us about that play. So when the ball is hit, it's hit past you. I mean, do you have any idea when you're running back where that ball is?
Most of the time I don't, but first step's always back, and I know that Hannah always, or whoever's in left field, always has my back, and no matter what, they're talking to me, and I just know that I'm going for that ball until I get called off. And she's there for me, and I'm there for her no matter what.
That was awesome to see. That was awesome to see. I'm going to ask you to talk about the two ladies, your teammates on this side. They're both one a junior, one a senior. Talk about how special they are, and how they have both helped you uh, to continue to grow in this in the game that you love in softball. What have these two meant to you, Logann?
Kalia and Maddy?
Yes.
Okay, I was just making sure. Sorry. They have been a very big part of just even like everybody has been such a big part in this. It's been a lot going back and forth between track and softball, but they're just incredible. Maddy at the circle is always picking me up and even hitting. She's always there for me. And Maddy and I have known each other for forever. Like I said, we have probably played the longest together, and we just have, I feel, a bond that some others don't, and we know each other. We know when to pick each other up. She's always picking me up, giving me tips, and just reassuring me. And then going on to Kalia, she is an incredible senior. She picks up everybody. She is a great leader on the team, and she's always picking me up, giving me tips, as she has so much experience and plays shortstop too when I'm not there. And they're just incredible, and I'm so glad to have them, and I will definitely miss Kalia next year, and I'm excited that I get to play again with Maddy next year.
Absolutely. Coach, the signings today, was Kalia one that signed today?
No, Sarah.
Okay,
She signed in the fall.
So Kalia, talk to us a little bit about, so you're going to be playing at the next level, correct?
Yes, sir.
So tell us a little bit about where you're going to be playing.
I will be playing at A&M San Antonio.
Awesome. Awesome. That's great. I tell you, a lot of the girls that leave Rockport play at the next level. I've seen that over the last few years, and that's awesome to see that you get to continue to play the game that you love so much. I saw you as a freshman, like I said, and you hit a home run one time in Corpus. You were in a tournament, I think, and I saw you take one out there in Corpus when you were just a freshman. So I knew great things were going to happen. Ladies, I want to ask you now, both you and Maddy, please, I'll go to you first to talk about Logann, your freshman stud here. Uh, for the people that don't know Logann, you guys see her like we do on game day, but you also see her at practice. You see her at her highest, you see her at her lowest. Talk to us a little bit about Logann and what makes her so special.
Well, speaking from experience, being a freshman on varsity is like you're expected to come in and play at a top level for high school without having any prior high school experience. And high school ball and middle school are two totally different. And I think she handled it very well. I think she does try to work hard for every single one of her teams, whether it's track practice or softball practice. I got to see her at both. And she's a competitor. She works hard, and she's a great shortstop.
Absolutely. Maddy, you've known Logann for quite some time. Tell us a little bit about what you know about Logann Wood.
Like she said, we've been playing together for a really long time, probably since we were about 9. But she played up in an older age, and that's why I've been playing with her for so long. And so I knew when she was going to be on varsity, I knew she played very well. She's always played up. She's always been people who are older than her, and she handled it very well the way she did. And I just think how it goes from practice to practice and how she does everything every single day is amazing.
Man, that's awesome. And Coach Reyes, I want to give you and Coach Sawicki an opportunity also as coaches who see their players. We've given you the opportunity to talk about Kalia and Maddy, but never the opportunity here on the podcast. You see Logann, you've seen her for quite some time. You've had her here now this first year. What makes her so special in softball?
I think we talked about it before, but it's absolutely her work ethic and everything that she does. And I've said that before, where a lot of people don't see the behind the scenes stuff that she does. Like everybody talks about just how great she is and the competitor that she is, but she is very self driven. Um, you see her transitioning from track practice and then hustling over to softball practice, and right away she'll come and say, where do you need me, what do you need me to do, and jumps right in. And then she's not done. Then when she goes home, I even talked to her dad just a couple of weeks ago. She'll say, like, I need to get my hitting in, and it's like 9 o'clock at night or whatever, and she's still looking to put extra work in. So it's a bunch of little things that Logann does, and for her age, she's very mature, very determined, self-driven, and a true competitor, a true teammate. And I think that just plays a huge role and makes a big difference on our team.
Absolutely. Coach Sawicki, I'd like to give you an opportunity if you'd like to have say a few words about Logann Wood.
Yeah, I think Coach Reyes really covered it. Her work ethic is unmatched. I've been coaching Logann since her 7th grade year now. So just after basketball games, for example, whether we win or lose, I mean, even at a win and everybody did great, she's still messaging me like, okay, what did you think of this play? How can I work on this? And I mean, not just small little sentences, but I mean paragraphs of, this is my feedback. What is your feedback? So she's always striving to get better. And I respect that 1,000%. It's awesome. And everything she does.
And that's awesome that the things that they say here about you, Logann. I don't know if Logan's frozen up or not. Logann, can you hear me? I think she froze up. If you want to come back, go ahead and come on back. When you're driving, you never know. You're going to hit a spot. They could freeze you up. Hopefully, we'll get Logann back here in a minute. Ladies, thank you very much for coming out. Maddy and Kalia, listen, I wish you guys all the luck. I'm hoping that the Lady Pirates will be 3+ round in the playoffs. Kalia, before I let you go, do you have any idea right now who you guys are going to be playing?
Oh, that's a Reyes question.
Yeah, I got it on the list to ask Coach Reyes. I'll ask her here in a bit. And listen, Kalia, it's been great to have you here. I know the season isn't over, but and you've been great for the Lady Pirates since your freshman year. And just like Logann, you play multiple sports. I've seen you on the basketball court, and we have a lot of these athletes that really go above and beyond. And this podcast for me is to brag about you ladies, is to recognize you ladies, to talk about you ladies. I try to get as much info as I can so I can get on this behind the microphone to screen to let the community know the talent, right? Because if we don't do that, no one knows, right, what you guys are doing, how successful our program has been. We've been working toward this for the last couple of years, and to be able to win district is big time. So we're definitely going to miss you, Kalia, but we wish you well, and hopefully we'll have you on the podcast one more time before the season ends.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Maddy.
Thank you.
Logann, I wanted to give you an opportunity before we let you go. You heard what the coaches said. I'm going to give you an opportunity, if you want to talk a little bit about your assistant coach and your head coach. I see Coach Sawicki I think that she has. I don't know her. It's the first time I've talked to her, but she seems to have such a great relationship with the kids. You know, she'll jump up and give you a high five. I think that's really important when kids, players can relate to the coaches. That's a lot of trust there, and it goes a long ways. So I definitely see the type of relationship that she has. That I think the players trust her a lot in what she tells you. I want to give you an opportunity to talk first about your assistant coach, Coach Sawicki, how she's helped you develop your game, and then talk to us about your head coach.
I mean, Coach Sawicki has just been behind me and just such a big help in everything. I'm very hard on myself, and like she said, I would message her crazy paragraphs, and every single day she would respond within 5 minutes, within a minute of me sending the message. And I know that sometimes it was a lot, but she's always there for me. And no matter what, like even during school, she's just such a great person and an incredible coach. And she always has everybody's back. I feel like we have an incredible relationship, and she's just been there for me since day one and is still always there for me. And coaches play a big role in where I am. So I am very thankful for her.
Absolutely. And how about your head coach?
Coach Reyes and I go back just as far, maybe even farther. She has always picked me up and always, same thing. She's always been there for me. It's just incredible what they do for me and just for the team and everybody. They give so much time to make sure that all of us are great mentally, physically, and she's just an awesome, like she's incredible.
Yeah,
Words,
she's
it's hard to just describe how great of a person and coach she has been, and how thankful I am to have her as a head coach, and just to always have her no matter what. And she's there for me in every single sport. I was grateful to also have her in basketball and volleyball.
Yeah, you hear we had Coach uh, Lauren Kelly and Lexi, and they talked a little bit about Coach Reyes. And the reason that I do that is so that the community knows the relationships that are built. Right, it you just don't get on a softball field and we have athleticism everywhere and we go win and go undefeated. It takes a lot of work in the off season to build relationships, to coaches to be able to get the best out of the players, to put them in. But there's so much stuff that goes in that I think a lot of people, when we go out there, Logan, it's if you did this, coach, we'd win. If you played this player, we'd win. And I got to be that when I was younger, I was like that too until I started to do this podcast and said, no, 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 I couldn't do any better. It takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of time. These coaches put in a lot of hours back there that no one sees to be able to put these players in positions. And I think we've got great coaches. I mean, Coach Reyes leading this softball program. I've said this before. This program for the last couple of years, and maybe even further than when I started watching, has never dropped from where they're at. We're always competing for a district title or in the talk about winning a district title. And we've been in the playoffs, and it starts with her. And obviously, these three assistants that she has, they have been awesome. I can't say how awesome they've been. For a head coach to be successful, those assistant coaches, they have to be great. And I think we've got four great coaches. And listen, I hope that they stick around for a long, long time, these four, So it's great to have them and to be able to be there to help you continue to grow. Like I said, I'm a fan, Logan, and you're probably going to hear, but every chance I get to talk about you, whether it be on track. Oh, and by the way, we're going to start doing track. So we're figuring out a way on how we can start doing track next year and get down to those meets. And we got about 2-3 cameras where we're going to set them. We got to build our team, but we're looking to do tennis, cross country, and track on top of these other sports that we do. But every opportunity that we get to talk about Logan Wood here on the Pirates Coast Sports Network with any sport that you play, we're going to brag about you. So I just want to let you know. So this guy continues to talk. It's all positive, no negative, all positive. But we're happy, and not just Logan Wood, but any athlete that we have, we want to brag on them here. That's why we built this network. It's all positive, and every opportunity that you go out and perform well, we definitely want to let the community know here. So thank you for coming out. I look forward to having you back on the podcast in the near future to talk more. And I'm excited about your growth and what your high school career is going to look like when it all ends. But I'll give you the final word. Anything you want to add?
I just want to say thank you because I watch the podcast and hearing that as an athlete is just incredible, and it boosts confidence, especially on some days when maybe I'm not having the best practice and stuff. And I think that other athletes appreciate just as much. Sometimes it's hard mentally with being a multi-sport athlete, and just these coaches and hearing it from other people is a big thing. And I just really appreciate it, and I thank you.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm out in the stands a lot, and I'm not the only one talking about Logann Wood. You got a lot of fans out there you probably don't know that love coming out and watching you. So just keep doing what you're doing, but you're definitely a special athlete. You've been gifted. The good Lord has gifted you with something special, and you're taking full advantage of it. And I just wish you well, and I hope you continue to grow. And I'm just glad I'm going to be a part of being able to see you grow here at Rockport-Fulton. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. All right, God, Coach, you have a lot of, I think we all know that they're athletes and they can play, but Logann, for such a young age, interviews very well. They're very respectful. You got a bunch of great ladies out there playing for you. You've got some great assistant coaches. I think you've been blessed, Coach, here this year. I mean, you've had the greatest of the greats, right? It's awesome. And Coach Sawicki, I'll go to you. Last night, let's talk about this team. You've seen them from day one. You've seen their growth. I often say that this team, to me, just looks different this year. They looked more focused. They look determined. They play with confidence. All of them, not one. I mean, you look at the younger ones. Hannah Olsen's just a junior, but Kayla Stroud goes up there and does her job when she needs to. I mean, Logann Wood being the youngest one, I think, as a freshman. There's a couple of other ones I think in there as well, but they just don't seem to be worried. They go out there and have fun. Talk to us about what you see at practice from these girls as a team, and how fun is it to coach them?
Oh gosh, it's been a dream of mine to be a coach since I was little. So every time I step on the field, I'm living a dream every day, no matter how tired I am. Every day it's a dream. The girls are locked in all the time. It's one thing to want it for them as a coach. You want them to go far. You want them to succeed. You want this family and this unity. So it's one thing for me to feel like that, but it's another to watch these girls feel the same exact way. And that's something that really you can't coach. I speak a lot on a positive mindset, having the right mentality, controlling what you can control. I'm a huge advocate for positive mindset. And so when one girl isn't feeling when she doesn't have maybe the best mindset, there's 14 other girls to pick her on up. And that's a really awesome thing to see. And then just to watch that come to life and all of the hard work come to fruition last night, it was awesome. It's like a surreal moment for me.
I think they see too how positive you are. I mean, Coach Reyes has talked about how you get a couple hours sleep and y'all right back at it, right? There's no quit. But I think that's important to say, because no matter how tired you guys are, you go back, and that's the example that they see. If the coaches can do it, if they're coming in here and they're putting the time to do it, then yes, we can do it. So it starts with you guys. You guys set the tone for them. And I think, I've heard you say now what Coach Reyes says. I've heard the other coaches say. So it seems to me they're hearing the same message, whether Coach Reyes is there or not. Okay, I'm hearing what Coach Reyes told me yesterday. They're hearing the same message, which I think is important, that they start to believe, okay, this is it. You have made these girls believe, look, we can win every game. It doesn't matter what they do or who they have or what their ranking is. We're Rockport-Fulton. We play our game, and we're going to be giving ourselves a chance. We can win. I know it's always been said, maybe I wouldn't pay, but they believe that this year. They're not winning 12-1. They're winning 1-0. 2-1, 2-0, where it's impressive to me how they're winning, and they're doing it together. This is a team win, right? Offensively, we were not on, and it didn't matter. We got the one hit that we needed, and the rest is history. Defensively, we were on tone with everything. Our throws, we knew what we needed to cover if they were going to play small ball. That's very exciting for fans to see, and it tells me they're all together. The message has been sent out. The kids have received it. I want to talk to you about relationships because I think that's important. I was telling you how I see you jumping up there, and the girls look for you when they're coming out. They're looking, where's coach? They're looking to jump and give you that. How important is it? How important was it for you? Like when you started this season, how important was it to you to say, I've got to build this relationship with every one of these girls?
I've always been a big advocate in building relationships. I do that at my own job running ISS at the middle school, trying to build positive relationships in there, and I take it to the field. My parents taught me that, to be honest with you. My mom is a huge person in building relationships. She's always told me that. So I knew going onto the field, I wanted to obviously build that positive relationship so the girls would be able to trust me enough to allow me to coach them. Another driving force is I'm a mom of 4 kids. And so I want to be the coach that, I expect others to be for my own kids. So just trying to positively lead out here.
Well, you got the energy, God. You got some energy. You definitely love what you're doing, and we're lucky to have you here because I think something that probably doesn't get talked a lot outside of where you guys meet is the relationships that you're building. They trust you. These girls trust you. You tell them something, and they believe what you're telling them, and they say, the coaches have our back. And when I hear that, I said, wow, that hits home, right? They believe, they trust the coaches. So you got not only to win, but their health. If they're injured, you're not going to put them out there to get hurt. You definitely, the caring for these girls go way beyond softball. It's a family, and you can see that anybody that's watching these games can see this is a great family with a lot of trust. That's why we had this success. I want to ask you to talk a little bit about your coach over there. How special is it for you to be coaching with Coach Reyes?
Coach Reyes is a huge leader in my life. Since day one, and I tell her this too, and really it takes a special person to put up with me and all of my energy at like 6:30 in the morning till way late. So kudos to her and the other 2 coaches. But day one, when walking into her office and having a meeting with her, I told her I was so intimidated, but I knew coaching was a dream. And she's like, why are you intimidated? And now looking back, I'm like, I don't know why, because she leads with such grace. She's reliable. Every day I learn something new that I didn't know before. She's a great teacher. She's a great mentor. And I feel incredibly blessed to be a part of the coaching staff.
Yeah, I hear that a lot from the other assistant coaches as well. So, I mean, she just does a great job caring. It's what it is. She just cares deeply about the program, the players, her coaches, and that's why you guys see the best in Coach Reyes. Coach, I'd ask you to say a few words about your assistant coach here. How special is she to you?
Well, it's kind of the same thing in that conversation where she did say she was intimidated, and I'm always like, and you see she is an abundance of energy, and she brings that to our team every single day. And I don't think people realize, or I'm sure they do, but just how important that is. And I think that's one of the things that she brings to our coaching staff is that with all 4 of us, we're pretty much always on the same page, but we're honest enough to be like, okay, I'm going to give some real feedback or some real input, and we trust each other with that. And I think that provides a really good balance within our coaching staff, and again, the kids feed off of that also, so they see it. They see like if I'm not there, and if they go to Coach Sawicki, they're pretty much going to get the same answer that I would have given, or Coach Kelly would have given, or Coach Gonzalez would have given. So I think we provide a really good balance for them. And also like Coach Sawicki is someone like she's going to coach you hard, but she's going to love on you hard also, um, and I think just knowing just how invested she is, and like she mentioned, she's a full time mom, she's a full time wife, she's a full time teacher in the classroom, and she's taking classes online, and I always talk about I there's not enough hours in the day for me, and even less at night, and with the load that she has, I mean, she doesn't even complain about the lack of hours that she has. So just everything that she pours into the program, she's 100% invested, not only in our coaching staff but in our kids, and the kids see that and they totally buy into it, and she's definitely a wonderful, huge asset to our program.
Oh, that's awesome, Coach Sawicki. Bless your heart. I don't know how you do it, but I love when coaches come out because we don't know. Coaches are never going to come up here and talk about themselves, and so for another coach to be able to say, the plate is full for you, right? Full-time mom, wife, all this stuff that you do, and you still come out with that energy. Every game that I've gone to, the energy's at that level. It's never down. And whether you're tired, and I'm sure sometimes you are, you find that strength to continue because it means a lot to our girls. And so they have to see you up, but you have to bring the energy for them to feed off of that. And so bless your heart for what you do for this program. We're very lucky to have you. And I'm glad we were able to get you on to talk a little bit about the things that you do that make a big difference in the success that we have here. I'm going to give you the final word before I let you go. Anything you want to add?
I'm just ready to get to work in playoffs and go far.
Coach, let's go 3+ rounds, man. Let's go 3+
Yes,
rounds.
sir.
Thank you for coming out. Appreciate it. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Coach Reyes, I got a couple of questions for you.
Okay.
Man, Coach, I didn't know Coach Sawicki. I'm glad you brought her on. I'd heard a lot of great things about her and the stuff that she does. So thank you for bringing her out and giving me an
Absolutely.
opportunity to talk to her. But she is amazing. I mean, I didn't know that, I knew she was a mother, but going online, doing all that she has to do and still finding time to come out here, that's commitment. And I think that's why she gets the respect. One of the reasons these girls respect her, because if the girls know you're doing this and you're coming and Logann says, man, I'm texting her on top of everything she's got. She says, Logann said, I'm texting her. And within 5 minutes, it's important for her to come back. That's awesome. Those small things make the biggest difference to a player like Logann that will continue. She appreciates that. So those are the small things that Coach Sawicki does that make a huge difference for our kids. And that's just why we are successful the way we are this year. So, Coach, awesome. You got 3 great assistant coaches there coaching with you. Let's talk a little bit about Calhoun. You get the 2-0 win, Coach. I mean, the first time you play him, you really blew him out 11-0. This time around, it was a little different. So talk to us a little bit about, we still get the win, but not a big win. Did you see something different from them this go around that made the game a little bit more competitive?
They threw a different pitcher at us, Jordan Pena, and Jordan comes with some experience in the circle also. So she did give us some different looks. And, the second round, I think coaches, like I said, if they do their homework, they're going to make the adjustments that they feel necessary to be competitive. And I think, we're off a little bit on the timing, and just couldn't get the timely hits that we were wanting and stuff, but we kind of settled in, and we're fortunate to get some runs together, and defensively we were able to be defensively sound until we got those timely hits we needed.
Defensively, man, we've been great. The girls have been playing great. It's awesome to see. And now let's go to last night's game, and it was awesome. Big crowd out there. I saw the outfield. It was really nice to see that, and everyone going out there to support our Lady Pirates. But talk about the game again, Coach. I didn't think it was going to be another 1-0, but we get the win. I want you to talk a little bit about Kalia Flaherty getting that home run. I mean, I think she has 12. She said. But she can do this at any time. But just overall, I think the most impressive thing to me now that I see this is to be able to shut that offense that's really, really good to no runs in 2 matches. Talk about your team and just what you saw from them last night, being able to shut down that team once again.
Well, I think just from the beginning, I mean, we knew that it was going to be just one game. Ingleside didn't have a varsity, so we knew the girls knew they were going to have to come in. We also had a special evening in parents' night and our senior night. So definitely, I think that kind of set the tone, set the mood. The girls were looking forward to that. And of course, just being able to not recognize the parents and the athletes, but also our seniors who have been, all 5 of them have just done an outstanding job and have just been great leaders. And so I think we knew just coming into the game that we had to, we knew that it was going to be a tough game, no doubt. And I think even with the festivities that we had and the acknowledgments and stuff like that, I think the girls still came in very focused. We knew that we didn't want to take it to a third game where we had to play for a playoff seeding. So I think, again, we just talked about the controlling the controllables, doing what we do, and then making the necessary adjustments as needed. And I think, Kylie Ward, like you said, does an amazing job in the circle. She was able to keep us off balance a lot. But we knew, and we talked about it. And I think the last time when we played there in Ingleside, Kalia, I believe, struck out twice, got walked once. So Kalia remembered that, and I guarantee you the next day she was hitting in the cages, and we kind of knew or had a good idea of what we'd probably be facing the second round with Kylie. And so we worked on that a lot. Kalia took the initiative to work on it even more on her own. I know that she came up many days early in the morning or later in the evening and worked a lot on her own hitting and stuff. But we did talk about just being able to, the opportunities that do present themselves, and when that ball gets in the zone where she's going to have the most success, and we're going to capitalize on it. And told Kalia just to stay patient, to be patient, and the rest is all her. Like, she went in the batter's box, she had a clear head, she knew that she could do it, and the minute that the ball hit that bat and I heard that sound, I knew it was out. It was exciting. And it was deep. It was deep over center field. And I just heard the roar of the crowd. I know I was pumped up and excited. Our whole coaching staff, all the girls, the fans. And at that point, it was like, that was one great run, one great home run. I wasn't satisfied. I think one run is not enough, but defensively, we just kept talking to each other. Okay, make sure that we're communicating, play through all situations, make sure we know where the lead runners are, make sure we're getting the ball in quickly, but most importantly, just communication. And I think Maddy in the circle just she was zoned in, laser focused, and we kind of pitched some different things that we didn't really show too much the first round. So I think Maddy was really able to do a good job and moving the ball pretty well.
She did. It kept those batters off balance for quite some time, and I let the professional Susie kind of talk a little bit. I don't know much about that. She's more, she knows more about that softball stuff than I do. I can generally just do what I need to do to get through the night, but she's an expert. So she did a great job for us out there. Coach, I want to talk to you. So I looked over when the final play and the papers go flying and Coach Reyes is jumping up and happy. How special was this district title for you this year?
It's so special on so many different levels. From just the whole team, the girls just from the beginning to where they are now, there's been so much growth. There's been, like we talk about the building of the relationships and stuff, and that is definitely key. But there's so much, our players aren't selfish. And if you see in a lot of our games, it's been different people at different times that step up in crucial moments. And when you have a team like that, okay, this one can come through. Now this one's coming through either through walks or through small ball or a sack or getting big hits. Like that bunt is just as important as that home run. That moving a runner is just as important. And the girls have bought into that, and seeing just how unselfish they're playing as a team just says a lot. And I think that's what leads to their success. And they genuinely love each other, and they're genuinely happy for one another when someone is in that spotlight or someone has that shining moment, whether it's Logann making a diving catch or Jalissa coming up and making a quick play when someone tries a small ball. Just so many different things, turning double plays, Gabby, Hannah, Hunter, just owning the outfield and sprinting all over the place. There's just so many different things. And I think just to see that made it extra special. The teams that I have had that have done that, they all share a lot of the same similarities. And that's when you can battle for your sister, when you can battle for one another, that goes such a long way. And I think that ultimately leads to the team's success. On another note, I don't know, after I threw the clipboard, I immediately found Lexi and Lauren. I can get choked up right now, but it was weird that it popped up on Facebook last night or yesterday morning, sorry. And Elsa, Lexi's mom, sent it to me, and then Lauren's aunt had put something too about their undefeated season. And to have been able to do that with them too as players, and then to be able to do that now with them as young women and coaches, that hit me in a whole different way. So I did get a little emotional with that too, and just to see just how they are becoming, and how I know they are already great coaches, and they're sponges, and willing to learn and willing to do anything for the girls. And again, these moments that they're experienced as a coach now, they were able to experience that as a player, and we were able to experience that together. So to me, just there's so many things. And then just again, the support that these girls have and the community that's behind them. I can't ask for anything more. I'm super happy. For the girls, and they deserve it all. They deserve all the attention that they're getting from it. They put in the work, and again, every single one of them plays a huge role in everything that we do, and we couldn't do it without any one of them.
Oh, it is true. And I did see you hug them tight. Then Coach Sawicki came from the other side. But I did see you after you did that. You went to both of them, and you gave them a tight hug, and they gave you a tight hug. So we definitely did catch that as well.
I didn't get Sawicki right away, because Sawicki ran out right away, but she's too fast. But Lauren and Lex, I had them pretty close. So we definitely all embraced in that moment, and that was special.
Yeah, and then Coach Sawicki came around the other side. We see her on the video, and she gets into the hug. But it was great to see, Coach. And we talk about this team and the fight that they have. And something that last night, when I was watching the video, that popped into my head, part of fighting that the girls do that may not lead to a run or something, but this is what this team is made of. Madison Aguilar last night in the play, 0-2. I mean, she's 0-2, and she's fouling off balls, fighting, and gets herself a walk after, being down 0-2. That's the example right there.
Yes.
That's the fight that they have. Whether that leads to a run or doesn't, they don't quit. And when you're a fan and you're seeing that, that's the difference. They're up there battling. It doesn't matter what the count is. There's no quitting these girls. We're gonna fight, get ourselves back in, and get myself on base any way I can to help my team. That was just something I think that needed to be said, because that's an example of battling till the end, and not letting it affect. And I saw that in the video, and I thought, wow, there it is. That's the battle we talk about. So it was awesome to see. And that's been happening all season. And this is the reason why the Lady Pirates are undefeated, 8-0 in district, and the district title is back in Rockport. Boy, that sounds really, really good, Coach. Now, the celebration was great. Now we got to go back to work, Coach. So do you have any update on the playoff first round, who we're going to play, and what all that looks like?
It looks like I'll have more on that tomorrow, I'm pretty sure. But right now, the way it looks like, it looks like it's Brazosport. I think we played them a few years back. But as of right now, it's Brazosport.
And we don't know.
I plan on doing a little bit of homework tomorrow. I plan on going and watching them. So
there you go. There you go. Well, Coach, absolutely. So we definitely want to go out there and live stream. So, I mean, I have to send the form in and get permission. But as soon as you find out, if you can text me that stuff so I can get that info and get it in. I know that we're definitely looking to go down there. So wherever that's at, I've got the team ready. I said, as soon as Coach Reyes lets me know, I'll let you guys know to make sure we're all available. And then we're definitely heading out there. So the plan right now is that we will be able to live stream those games. I definitely have to go in there and put it all together, but definitely I'll talk to you more about that, because I got to get Coach Reyes out. I said 30 minutes and we've gone way past the 30 minutes. Thank you very much. But listen, congratulations again, Coach. I mean, it was wonderful. It was special last night. And, I'm really happy for these girls. I know that they set out especially for the seniors, to be able to go out like this. I know the coaches work very, very hard, and to be able to bring that district title back to Rockport-Fulton means a lot to you guys and to the community of Rockport. So again, congratulations. And Coach, good luck in the postseason. I hope we have a long playoff run. So thank you very much. I'll give you the final word. Anything you want to add?
No, I just want to say, thank you again. It was definitely not easy. I think every single team in our district, we talk about building relationships, and even within our district, there's a lot of kids that we've met along the way that we've kind of formed those relationships with them as well. Some of those girls are, Ingleside team, Sinton, Beeville, Calhoun. So I think all of those programs are very respectable programs with good coaches. And I think our district has it very easily could have gone either way. But I just think that we have good coaches in our entire district 34A. And so it was good. I'm glad that we came out on top. I'm very pleased with the performances of our team, and we definitely couldn't do it without the support of our kids' families, and definitely without the support of our community. So please stay tuned, and as soon as we get those updates, playoff updates, as soon as I get those, I will get those out to you as soon as possible.
Absolutely. And we're blessed to have Coach Reyes leading our softball program. Thank you very much, Coach, and we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Have a good one, Coach.
You too. Thank you.
Right, that was Coach Reyes, and I'm gonna go ahead and stay on because Coach Silva should be coming on at 5:45. So I've sent him the info here to see. Hopefully he'll come on. So we don't want to shut the podcast down. I think he should be coming on here in a few minutes. So I'm gonna give him about 2-3 minutes. But we're gonna be talking Rockport-Fulton baseball. Here they had a game last night. Didn't go our way against Sinton, but boys played tough. So we'll definitely get coach's thoughts here on that game and the game prior to that. And then also they got a few games still left here in the district. The boys are still competing for a playoff spot. So these games are really, really important. I know that they got a game tomorrow. Usually it's on Friday. It's very rare that varsity has a game on Thursday, but they do have a game on Thursday. We'll get coach's thoughts, Coach Silva's thoughts on that game. Uh, and of course, we're going to try to stream that. It's a little out of Thursday. We do podcast for another school, so I'll see if I can make it out there. But if we can definitely make it out there, we definitely are looking to stream that. I'll let you guys know tomorrow. But again, for the Lady Pirates, man, what a season! I think that they have definitely gotten better every game, and they played hard, very focused. If you didn't get an opportunity to see them, definitely you still got an opportunity in the playoffs. I think they got a great opportunity here to get to the third plus round. Hopefully, they have a long playoff run. But this team is playing great at the right time, and it's a team, right? You're not winning with one individual. I mean, we've seen them win 1-0. So sometimes when the offense isn't clicking, they find a way to win. If that's through the defense, and like I said, it's really, really impressive for a fan to be able to come out and see all of the stuff that they do and the way that they're playing right now. And once again, congratulations. The district title is back in Rockport. It's been some time, a couple of years. So it's really nice. And I know the girls are definitely happy. But now it's time to, the celebration is now kind of over, right? Now we got to start working, and we don't know exactly where that playoff is going to be. Right now, coach is still gathering all that info. So as soon as Coach Reyes gets that info, she will definitely be sending that over to me. And like I said, we are looking to go out there and stream the game. We can't make any plans yet because we need to know when those days are. So as soon as I get that, I'll get with my team to make sure they're available. We need to see where that's going to take place. And then if we're able to get out there and stream, whether it's one game or if it's 2 out of 3, we'll definitely let you guys know. And if you cannot make it out to the game, definitely support the Lady Pirates through the live stream. If we get approved, we definitely will be showing that on our Pirates Cove Sports Network. That'd be our YouTube channel. So definitely once I hear from Coach Reyes, I will definitely let you guys know. But again, it's and then what can you say about the girls, right? I mean, we've had Kalia and Maddy on for quite a few times, and they're special, man. I think Kalia, when I think about Kalia, just a leader. I mean, she gives it her all, but I think just being able to lead this young team. There's a lot of young girls on this team, underclassmen, some juniors, some sophomores, some freshmen. And it's the seniors that need to be the coaches on the field, right? They need to set the tone, and when things aren't going good, the other ones that need to gather everybody together. And I think Kalia and her classmates, all the other seniors, they've just been great in being able to help the younger girls through pressure situations, whatever it is they're feeling, to be there for them, to be the coaches on the field, right? And have those relationships for them to be able to go out and build those relationships with these younger girls has been huge, right? And so to have her this year and to be able to lead in that role, I think has also been part of the success that we've seen this year from the Lady Pirates. And then Maddy Dykes, I mean, wow. I mean, she's been doing it in the circle. She's been pitching since she was young. So it's no big deal for Maddy, right? I mean, she's done this. But every year you want to add something different. And this year, her focus has just been straight on. I mean, she's always had confidence. She's always been a great pitcher. But this year she's bringing something different. She doesn't get rattled in situations when she throws a pitch and it doesn't go away, or they hit a home run, or you got bases loaded and 1 out. She's still going to pitch like if it just started the game. It doesn't seem to bother her. She's got confidence in her pitches. She has confidence in her defense. And that's been the huge difference. And I mean, if Maddy's pitching, we probably wouldn't be where we're at if it wasn't for her pitching, right? Like it's a huge part of the success that Rockport has had. So to be able to have her playing this way this year, and then she's got one more year to come back, continue to grow throughout the offseason and see what she's going to bring next year. So it should be exciting for Pirate fans to see that and see where all that's going to lead us. And then Logann Wood, I mean, my goodness, a young freshman who, you got to come out and watch her. If you hear her name and you have not seen her play, or run track, man, come on out and watch her and her teammates. I mean, these girls are great, not just Logann, but her teammates. I mean, they do a great job. They post a lot of this stuff. Hopefully we'll start to be able to post some of this stuff as well. But we definitely want to get out there to live stream some of the track. I don't know how that would do. There's a lot of events. So we're still trying to work out the details. We wouldn't be able to cover everything, but we definitely want to start being able to get out there and stream some of these events. We're looking to see how we can do that. But Logann Wood was a name that I was told that I was going to be hearing in the future. And man, I've been hearing it a lot this year, and it's all rightfully so. She's definitely earned everything that she's gotten this year. And that is a special athlete who puts a lot of work. So definitely going to get an opportunity to come and see Logann and her teammates, man. I'll tell you, it's something special to watch. And now we will await for our head coach, our head baseball coach here, Coach Silva, who will be joining me here in a bit. We're coming on a little early because they've got some things going on here that they couldn't come on at 6:30. And also, like I said, tomorrow they do have a game, a home game. We'll get with Coach on that here. Give me a second to look some things up. Coach, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I had to run in from the freshman game. We were up, so that's good.
Absolutely, Coach. Give me here just a minute.
Yes, sir.
All right, Coach. How are things going?
Everything looks like, we've been going up and down, man, kind of like a roller coaster ride. We did have a couple of tough Saturday games versus state ranked teams. It was for a chance for us to see real good pitching, and we did. The kids, they hung in there for a while, and we just got to finish off the inning, man. Whenever we come up with 2 outs, and just got to work on that 2-strike approach. We work on that 2-strike approach, just put the ball in play. You just never know what could happen.
Coach, you got a game going on there right now. Who's playing right now, did you say?
Our freshmen are playing a team that is from homeschool students. Kingdoms, I can't remember the whole name of it. But yes, sir, we picked up this game. This is the second time that we played them. He was looking for games for freshmen and JV. And it just so happens that our paths crossed, and hey, I could always use a sub-varsity game.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's always better to play than not play. But let's kind of jump in and recap. I mean, I do want to say that we're still in the hunt for a playoff spot. Is that correct, Coach?
Yes, sir. We are still in the hunt. The thing that happened was that, of course, we got Sinton right off the bat. I'm sorry, Beeville. And then Sinton. So those were the 2 expected top dogs of the district. With us, following right behind in the preseason poll. It seems like against whenever we played Port Lavaca and Ingleside, looked like we gathered some momentum on the mound offensively. I honestly can say that if our pitching starts off real good in the first, second inning, it seems like we pick up momentum. Just last night against Sinton, state-ranked team, man. They go up 2 outs real quick. They get a man on. Evan was throwing, and he made a couple of good pitches, and then we were out of the inning with no run scored. We come back, and I believe we had 1 down, and then Dawson hits a double. Sean comes up, hits a ground ball up the middle, and gets by the shortstop. We score 1. They throw home. We send Sean all the way to second. and then we got another hit by Oscar Solis. And funny thing was that as I'm waving him, the tall third baseman, man, he was in my way, and I was waving, man. I swear I was just going like, hey, roll the dice, baby. Let's go. And without even looking to, I saw the ball where it went, and I knew that the outfielder, the center fielder, had to go to his right. So as soon as I saw that he had to go sideways, I said that it's going to have to take a perfect throw, right? And Sean scored. He slid home. We scored. We go up 2-0. And then again in the top of the second with 2 outs, I believe we walked a guy, and then we had like 2 back-to-back errors. And we can clean that up. We go 3 up, 3 down, man. I mean, it's just, it is what it is. And in the third, we left some runners on base. Nobody scored. And then in the fourth, that's when we made some more errors, walked a couple of guys, and then Sinton got the momentum in. And you can't let them get that momentum. And there were some calls behind the plate that, like a coach, you're going to question or whatever. But if you throw the ball in the middle against a team like that, man, they are going to hit it. And unfortunately, they did. They scored some more runs, and that was it. That was about it. They took the momentum. We brought in Caleb Shoppy to finish off the inning. He started off a little bit shaky, and then gathered himself, and they rolled into a 4-6-3 double play. And then we got the next guy, I believe, to pop up, and then that was the inning. So I think that if we could just get a little bit better at our 2-strike approach, just thinking about middle going oppo, hitting the ball opposite field, and just put it in play. Because against Sinton and the other teams, when you put the ball in play on the ground, man, a lot of things can go wrong for your opponent. So we just got to get better, and I think that we are. I think that I see those sparks to where I'm going like, okay, we just need to catch fire right here, man. We gotta play Port Lavaca, beat them, get some momentum, go to Ingleside, beat them, and then with a 2-game winning streak, get it to the playoffs. And I've spoken to some coaches who have faced Sweeney, because we're, more than likely we're going to face Sweeney, and they have one guy that can really throw. We got 2, so it's all going to depend who wins the flip, and it all depends where we're going to play. But I think if we finish the season with 2 wins, I think that's going to carry us into the playoffs, hopefully with a positive attitude.
No, it will, Coach. Like I said, the good thing is we're still in the hunt, and that's all you can ask for at this time of the season, right? We're competing. Obviously, we went 0-2 in the last 2 games. That's not something that you want to see, but it happens. It's baseball. The thing is, you got to have amnesia to say, look, it's over. There's nothing we can do. We got 2 games. We got to win. Right. Yeah. We've got Calhoun tomorrow. Want to get your thoughts on that? And then Ingleside. We go 2-0, and those losses don't mean nothing, right? We win these 2. We're in the playoffs. That don't mean nothing. It's a new season. Let's go out there and see how we can beat Sweeney.
And that's how we finished like the first half. We finished at 2-2, right? So we started off the second half, hopefully, and I was hoping that we could get just 1 out of the 2 victories, either against Beeville or Sinton. Against Beeville, again, we took the lead right off of the bottom of the first. And then I believe we scored another one. I think it was 2-0 or 1-0, and then we made an error, and that led to an unearned run for Beeville. It was 1-1, and then it seems like just little by little. I mean, we get 2 outs, and then we make an error with a runner on, and they scored. I believe they scored. I want to say that going into the 5th or the 6th inning, it was just 3-1. And then, again, we made a couple of more errors, a couple of walks. They got a couple of hits. And then, of course, they ended up scoring like 6 runs in 1 inning, I believe, 6 or 7 runs. And if you can limit the errors down, I think even if you were to squeeze, maybe if they just scored 1, it's 4-1, you still got a shot at it. Whenever they score more than 5 in that 1 inning, it takes a lot to say like, hey, we're still in it. You got to be able to fight. But the boys play hard, man. I mean, they really do. And it's just sometimes the ball bounces a different way. And that's baseball. I mean, there's nothing else to say about that. And we try to simulate everything in practice. We take our BP, we follow our regular, practice schedule, try to do a couple of different things, differently, inter squad, and, help them work on the 2-strike approach. We had a great game plan versus Beeville, work on the lefty. We knew they were going to throw outside. And we just got to be, disciplined enough to understand that, Coach Mash was telling me, Coach, we told them the scouting report. And it's just like everything was just outside for us to take it oppo. And at practice, man, we were hitting up the middle oppos. We were turning, we were tearing it apart. I was really confident going into that game after those days of practice. I was really, really confident enough to say, hey, we're okay. And we started off the game good. I mean, hey, we scored off, I said, hey, let's go. And, unfortunately, the defensive errors, I mean, they happen, man. And I have some people that'll call me up or, kind of say, well, Coach, I said, hey, I don't know a single kid, man, that's going to do it on purpose, man. This is baseball. They're going to give it everything they got. And sometimes it just happens. And unfortunately, it happened to us. And like I tell the kids, hey, exactly what you said, man. You got to have amnesia. But usually I just tell them, after the ball game, hey, just flush it, man. You could vent today. You can vent right now. You walk off this field. By the time you go to bed, that's it. Let it go. Because tomorrow's a brand new day, and we got to get ready for the next one. And then today, and this week is a short week. So whenever we started Evan, we had a game plan for that. And it was like, man, he was looking good. I said, man, we got 2 runs. And we were going to limit his pitches. But then we said, something, get after it. Go for it. Let's see if we can make your dream come true, sir, in our field. And when we scored those first 2, man, I was going like, you never know. On any given night, sir, on any given night, you just never know. You have it happen in the pros in college, the number 64 ranked versus number 1, and it happens. Yeah. But I did tell the kids this after the ball game. I said, hey, let's go beat Port Lavaca. Let's go beat Ingleside. Let's get into the playoffs. I promise you, we get past round 1, we should be able to get past round 2 and 3. And wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be nice to meet these guys in round 4? And they could be district champs. But wouldn't it be nice for us to beat them in the playoffs and us be the guys to eliminate them? You can keep the district championship, but we're moving on.
Coach, to me, Coach, I mean, we're there. The games I've seen, it seems like it happens. We're 1 out away, man, and we give up 5 runs. Like we're right there, God. But it is errors, and it's just something that if we fix the errors in a game, it's a different ball. It's a different game. But it seems like when we throw a ball like that, it gets away from us, and it seems like, okay, once they score 2 outs and we throw that error and they get 4 or 5 runs, it just seems to really like take the air out of us, right?
Yep.
But when you really look at it, if you don't make those errors, we probably win the game. I mean, that's how close we are. So it is. I know it can be frustrating for a coach, for a fan, for a player. Like we're right there, but you just got to fight through it. But it's not like we're getting beat and we're not in the game. We are at most times. We're out hitting the other team.
Yes.
It's self-inflicted stuff that we're doing ourselves that's causing us to get the game gets away from us. So if we can fix those and not make those errors and get those outs when it presents themselves, whether it's a pitch or a catch, man, we probably win the game, or we give ourselves a chance at the end. So for me, we're not very far, Coach. It's just
and something. It's kind of like that long road trip, man, and you're going like, when are we going to get there? And and it's just one turn, man. You make that one turn, or you come down a hill or something, and then you see, like your destination right there in front of you. And with us, we've hit that bump on the road. And I'm telling you, TM, every time I see that, they're state ranked, every time I see, some of these teams, I'm going like, if we take 1 or 2 errors away to get from games that we've played tough teams, and it's like, man, we could have been in it. Beeville, if we make those plays, it could have come down to the bottom of the 7th. Mm-hmm. And I believe that the kids are getting there. We're almost there. But, like I tell the kids, you got to stay focused, man. You got to believe, and you got to have faith. You got to be able to trust each other. because when an error occurs, don't get upset, but pick each other up and don't let it steamroll, or don't let it it's kind of like an avalanche, like it just keeps on coming, boom, 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 boom. And it's like, we got to stop. We got to take a deep breath. And like I tell my pitchers too, hey, when it happens, just because I'm a firm believer that the pitcher has to control the tempo of the game. When an error happens, don't be rushing fast because we made an error. You're trying to throw real quick. You got to slow the game down and slow it down to your pace. And I think once they learn that they got to control their breathing, man, sometimes I go up to the mound and they're like, and it's like, hey, dude, you're going to hyperventilate, dude, just chill. You got to control the game. And we just got to keep our heads up, because they do battle, but it's also that sometimes it happens too frequently. And when one thing happens, they go, here we go.
Here we go again.
And that's the thing that we got to overcome. So that way the program keeps on going where it's going, because we're in a lot of these ball games. I know sometimes the score doesn't reflect it, but before they have that big inning, maybe we're up by 1, maybe we're up by 2, or maybe it's a 1-run ball game. And then that happens against Victoria East, man, we faced a tough team. I told the boys, hey, you got to keep on battling, because this is the type of teams. If we can stay close to Victoria East and we can stay close to these state-ranked teams, for us, it's going to give us that momentum, that stability to say, hey, we can hang with anybody, and you have to have that attitude. You have to have that attitude that, hey, I don't care who you are. We're going to fight. We're going to battle. And it's going to come down to the very last pitch of the ball game, whether we win or lose, but we're going to battle all the way till then.
It is, Coach. And I'll say this, baseball, errors are going to happen. Eventually, we love to go out there and just play a clean game, but a bad throw is going to happen. You're going to throw a pitch, you're going to hit a home run, but this is right. It's a long game. Mm-hmm. So you're right. Your head's got it. When you make a mistake, you can't let it get to a point where it just goes. You got to stop the bleeding, to say, right? Like, you can't give up and just bad error after that. You got to be able to slow the game down, refocus. You're still in it. A 3-1 game, you're still in it. Yes, you're down, right, but you're still in it. And with 3 innings to go, man, you can get 5, but you got to keep it close. Yes. If you let it go and they go 7-1, now it's an uphill battle with 3 innings to go. So that's something that we have to learn. But, you got one of the best pitchers on team, man, and Sean Howe, right? You got Evan Richardson, who's just right there. So we got 2 good pitchers that can take us the distance, right? We can hit the ball. I'm really impressed with Calhoun at shortstop. that guy is great. Caleb Shoppy, a young kid, that dude's playing great at second. We've got players. We just got to put it together. And when we do make an error, it just be one, just one error. Fix it. Don't let it go to.
Let it be the very first pitch of the ball game. Get it over with. Let's go.
Let's go.
And even the games against Calhoun and Ingleside, I'm looking at it right now, 6-1 and 4-1. We had great pitching, great defense. We executed whenever we needed to bunt. We executed the hit and run. And it's because everything's rolling. And we did make an error here and there in those ball games, but since we had the momentum and that error happened, they recovered, right? And it's like, hey, we're okay, and they slowed the game down, and then boom, we just stayed with it. I think that hopefully we're going to have the same result. We're going to have probably Sean throw against Calhoun this time, and he's going to be on the mound, and then we'll have Evan against Ingleside, and Sean, because they'll both be ready for that game. And I think that once we win against Calhoun, and when the win does happen, we can be able to go into Ingleside knowing that, hey, we're in the playoffs, but let's continue to fight. Let's get better. And even today before the games happening, I was hitting some ground ball fungo to Reed Snyder and to Nate Garcia and to Evan Richardson and to Oscar Solis. They were out there, Coach, can you hit us some ground ball? I said, yeah, let's go, baby. And I was hitting it. And the thing that happened was that Evan was looking somewhere else, and I saw him looking somewhere else. And as soon as he was going to turn around, man, I hit a shot to him. Boom. And I said, Evan. And he turned around, he moved his feet, he stayed on top. And I said, dude, great play. And he's like, oh, thank you, coach. I said, yeah. You see what happens when you don't think too much? You just react.
Yeah.
He looked at me, he goes, oh, yeah. I said, there you go, buddy. Have fun. That's it. And sometimes they just think too much, or think they got to throw it like a certain way. Hey, how about this? And I've always told the guys this: catch the ball, throw the ball first. That's it. Sometimes when you stay with the ball and you wind up and you keep on going, I'm over here going, oh, Lord, please help us, because I don't know where that ball's going. But whenever they catch it, boom, it's a catch release. And, that's one of the things about baseball, man, that, you catch the ball, boom, and you release, boom. You're not thinking, because the ball is going, your shoulder's pointing where you want to throw, and it's a quick release. You don't have to have such a real strong, powerful arm. But if you can catch and quick release, that's going to help you a whole lot, because the ball will get there sooner. And then I had Reed at third, and and he made some plays, and he had trouble with one of them. And I said, hey, something, next time, make sure you do, attack the ball like whenever you have like a candy hop. And what I refer to a candy hop is like, hey, you get that big bounce, right? So he waited the first time he did it, he waited for that big bounce to land. And once you do that, you never know where that ball's going to go. But if you see a candy hop and it comes up and you have a beat on it, it's much easier to catch that ball in the air than to guess at what that spin on that ball is going to be when it hits the ground. And then I hit him another one, and it looked like $1 million. I said, there you go. He goes, I get it, coach. I get it. So, it's a work in progress, but I think we're there, man. It's just bringing all the pieces of the puzzle. And it's, and you're right. It is kind of frustrating for me being the coach. But I still believe, when I walked onto the field, last night, sir, there was no doubt in my mind that we could beat them, because the way we played against them in game one, against Sinton, I knew that these kids have something in them that could do it. And I know there's people out there that are going like, coach, you're just real optimistic to think, coach, come on, coach, but no, being a head coach, being a Pirate, it means that, hey, I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna support my boys, and I'm gonna believe. And that's the difference between people that say, oh yeah, I believe, and the people that say, no, I believe. And it doesn't matter what the circumstances in front of you, you gotta believe. And it's gotta take all those little players, or all those players, to believe in the same thing, to work towards the same goal, and to unite. And even if something should go wrong, we're still tight. And I'm trying to build that culture here, and we're just taking step by step. And once they get it, man, it's going to be a beautiful sight. Let me tell you,
Coach, following this team like I have the last couple of years, I know myself, because I've done podcasts, I've interviewed, I've seen the underclassmen the last 2 years, what was coming up in junior high. So me personally, I know we're better than the losses we have. I know that because I've seen this program for the last 3 years, right? So I am a little bit shocked at how Beaver beat us. I am, because we have played them tough, sometimes be spirit, but we were in the games. So I know that we're not what our record says in district. I know we're better than that. We have been that. And I think it's just, once, because it's just putting it together, and you put it together, and then they go, right? You can go on a 4 or 5 game streak. That can happen. So if this team, I thought, wasn't capable, then I'd come out and say, man, it's going to be a challenge, it's going to be tough, right? And that's going to tell you, okay, this is going to be tough. But I do believe that we're better. We're not as bad as Beaver beat us. We're not. I know that. I know these guys. So we're right there. We need to refocus, and I think we will. Like I said, when you look at what's coming up, we got 2 games. Whatever has happened in the losses to Beaver, we can't do anything about. We got an opportunity to go out there tomorrow and beat Calhoun at home. And then we go on the road and beat Ingleside. We take care of business. We're in the playoffs. That's right. And once we're in the playoffs, it's a new season, and anything can happen. So that's got to be our focus. We don't need, whatever happened. Okay, we didn't play good. We can try to dissect it after the season, right? But right now, Calhoun's coming up. I know this team is good. We're good. And I know Sean Howe and Evan Richardson. I saw them last. I've seen Sean pitch. So I know these guys can get it done. The defense, we've been hitting the ball well. We're right there, Coach. And I hope starting tomorrow, it'll start clicking for us. But I know we can do it. And I know that because I followed this team. I've done podcasts with them. I've been on the field and practice talking to some of those guys who aren't here, but I talked to some of those guys that are still here. I know what they have inside of them. I know the fight that they have, and I know how good they can be. So listen, guys, if you're listening, I believe in you guys. You know, I've been there watching you guys last couple of years. Let's just go out tomorrow. We got 2 games left. We win those games and we're going to the playoffs. And that's a whole new season. And I know we can go in there and get it done. So I'm still fired up. Look, as a Pirate, you're never going to believe that someone's better than you. Because if you believe that, and we're not Pirates, right? So no, we can compete with anybody. We got an opportunity to get in the playoffs, and that's what matters. Coach, I want to talk a little bit about tomorrow. So we do have a game on Thursday. It's not Friday, it's Thursday.
Thursday, yes, sir.
A district game. We need that game. So I'm going to invite everyone to come on out. It's the only game in town tomorrow. The Lady Pirates played yesterday. They're done with their regular season. Congratulations, Coach Reyes.
Yes, sir.
They
did a great job.
Absolutely. They'll be waiting, so they won't be playing. So there's one game tomorrow. If you're in Rockport, please come on out, support our baseball program. If we win out these 2 games, we're in the playoffs. We want to get there, so we invite everyone to come on out and support the Pirates and our baseball program. But there's also something else going on outside of the game. Talk to us a little bit about what's going on tomorrow. Tell us what we got to do, you think, to beat Calhoun this go around, and what else we got going on tomorrow night.
Well, tomorrow night we're going to have what our parents' night, and then we're going to introduce all the players with their parents, and then at the very end we're going to introduce our seniors, so that way we get acknowledge them for their last home game in district. My wishes and if I could have it my way, I'm hoping that it will not be their last game. We're in the playoffs, we go 2 out of 3, we get a home game, and then that way we can continue in the playoffs. But game time's at 7. Come out, support us. Come and support our players. I would like to see the stands filled up, and I do see a lot of people come out. Yes. And I would like to see whether we can get the whole community of Rockport out here. And then that way we can fill up the stands. And that's like adding an extra player, man. And if you get that momentum going, the noise of the crowd, it seems that whenever you have a bigger home crowd, it's like having momentum already on your side, because you got all these people that have your back that are going to cheer you on and just motivate you. And it takes you to another level. And I want our boys to be able to feel that. We do have a lot of people that come out for our home games, but there's something about filling up the stadium and having people standing on the side, have people with their vehicles parked outside, and it just gets crazy, and it's fine. Hey, let's go. And then hopefully, whenever we win this ball game, we'll be able to take a deep breath and say, okay, let's go take care of Ingleside. And I honestly believe that if we take care of Port Lavaca, tomorrow, Thursday, Ingleside still needs to play Beeville. And if they lose that one, then they're only going to have one win, and we'll be at 3 wins. But we want to win out. And we did it in the first round. We need to win out, carry that momentum into the playoffs. And then it's kind of like what you said. Once you get to the playoffs, 0-0. It doesn't matter if you're 19-0 and you're 1-19, man. But that win was against the team in district that made you go to the playoffs. But it's a brand new season, and it's live by week. Have a good practice Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then let's see what you got during the weekend. And if you win, you move on. And I honestly believe and I talked to the boys yesterday, seriously after the ball game. And I told them, I said, listen, guys, it's not the result that we wanted. But let me tell you something. The way you started that ball game, it's in you. Yes. Because you proved it to everybody that this team can go out there and score and play good defense and shut somebody like Sinton out. You got to remember, we faced their top 4 or 5 batters in that first inning. And if we could do that and shut them out and us score 2, hey, if we keep that momentum, that's when the momentum changes. And I told the boys, momentum changed whenever the errors occurred. Mm-hmm. And we had it, but then it slipped through our fingers and it went to the other side. And kids are kids, man. But I'm hoping that these Pirates are going to come out and just play hard. I'm hoping the community will hear this and they're going to say, hey, let's get out there. They need us. And then that way we could get that big win that we need tomorrow. Sean will be on the mound.
No, and like I said, going into the playoffs, this team is better. We're not like by chance, oh, it was by accident that we got there. We belong there. We belong there. We got to believe that we belong there. We've been there the last couple of years. I watched this team consistently be in the playoffs, right? The tradition, we're there, right? The fans expect them before, oh, we hope we get in the playoffs. It's not a hope. We expect to be there. We've been there the last couple of years. Well, I don't hope when it comes to baseball to get in the playoffs. I expect us to be there, right? And so I want the players, and I know these guys. I've sat down, I've watched them, I've been at practice when I've interviewed them. They want to win, coach. We're not going to second guess that they don't. They want to win. Sometimes teams face adversity. We got to find a way to get adversity hits teams, right? And the good teams, they find a way to get over that and continue their season. Like I said, we've lost nothing but a couple of games. Everything, the goal to get to the playoffs is right in front of us. Right? We're not going to talk about, well, coach, if we go 1-1, now there's no one. We want to win too.
We want to win it, baby. That's right.
Well, coach, if we lose, what? No, because that's bad. That's negative. That's negative stuff right there.
Exactly.
We want to win now 2-0. We got to go win tomorrow night against Calhoun and then win the final game. And if we do that, there's no question we're moving on to the playoffs. And then again, of course, it's senior night, it's parents' night. That's always special. So again, we invite everybody to come on out and watch this game. Go ahead, Coach.
Yes, and one of the things, whenever you see the box score, and you go like, wow, they lost 10-0 versus London. Wow, it's like, yeah, it's not like we're playing easy teams. No. And then Victoria East, hey, we gotta play. These are the games. We could have easily gone to go play a 2A team and won by 15, and then you go play a team in the playoffs that are good. Then you're gonna look at it on the flip side and go like, man, we should have played somebody tougher because this is what we're gonna face in the playoffs. So my mentality is in the regular season, just regular games. Let's play tough teams. Let's see where we're at. Let's see what we got to work on. And I think one of the things is that, whenever the coaching staff and we try to give them the best possible scouting report, the best possible strategy in order for us to be successful. And we just need for them to believe in that strategy, and we need to execute. One of the things that we really need to execute better on is the bunting. If you bunt the ball, hey, you move the runner, a pass ball. Now we got a runner at third with one out, or even no out. Sometimes you catch them off guard, and now we got runners first and second. But we just need to execute a little bit better. We did catch them off guard against Beeville. I think whenever they weren't paying attention to our runners, and we took some bases from them. But we just got to get better. I mean, and you're right. We're just right there. And it's just like, take a deep breath, man, recover. Let's go ahead and execute on the next play. I mean, I know it sounds as simple as this: see the ball, catch the ball, throw the ball. Don't try to do anything extra. Just make the play. And then whenever you're up at bat, hey, execute, big stance, like a 2-strike approach. Make sure you have it in the back of your mind. I always tell our speedsters, don't be expected for me to tell you when to bunt all the time. If I stand way back there, it's because I'm lining up with a third baseman. And if that guy is with me way back there, you don't need a sign. You don't need nothing. If you want to take a shot at it, take it. Yeah. And if we could do that, I think we're gonna be good. I mean, they're right there, sir. I mean, there were some times that we hit shots, unfortunately, right at somebody, man. And it's like, gosh darn it, 2 more feet to the right, and Oscar Solis has a double at least. And you start to look at it, the coulda, shouldas, but then at the same time I look at it, but we make good contact. You got to look at that, and hey, we did hit our spot sometimes. And sometimes, you get officiated that it doesn't go your way, but at the same time, you're going like, man, if he would have just given us that one call that was real close, That's what happened against Beeville too, man. And that happened to us at Sinton, last night. They were real close, and Gruber, our catcher, looks like, coach, it was close. And it's like, sometimes whenever you have the momentum and you're rocking and rolling, sometimes those officials go like, yeah, you got it, man. Boom. You're rocking and rolling. But you have to have that momentum with you, and you got to have that surge of energy to show and to make it known that we're here to play. And and here it is. And Blue, make the call. And we just go on, and whenever we don't get it, that's fine. We'll just battle the next play. And that's common, with all the sports. Hey, what's the most important play? The next play. For us in baseball, what's the most important play? The next pitch. Let's go. Let's get after it. Forget about what just happened. You didn't like the call. Hey, just forget it, man. Let's go. Don't show the body language of, oh, man, in front of nobody. Hey, if you hit a ground ball, you go to first base, he counted you out. It was a close play. Hey, something, let the coaches be coaches and argue the call. You just come right back to the dugout, and there's a change. There's a change. And I think that's a culture that I'm wanting to have in these boys, and they're starting to get it to where, like, hey, you got to play baseball, you got to respect the game, and you got to play hard. And I always tell them, being a passionate person about baseball, and, like yourself, I always tell them, like, guys, you never want to make the baseball gods mad, man. You got to respect the game. You got to, because sometimes you can never, ever explain why the ball rolled a little bit more to the right than usual or whatever, and we win the ball game. And it's just like, you got to respect the game. And once you respect the game and once you play hard, everything comes together. These boys are real good, and you're absolutely right. They're real good. And we just got to overcome that one negativity of an error, and then we'll be okay. And I got to give props to a man that was at the game last night. He's Mr. Littleton, one of our JV parents' dad. And, we were there, and I could hear him in the background cheering all the kids. Come on, boys, we can do this. Boom, boom, boom. And when the going got tough, man, when we were struggling, I could still hear him in the background going like, shake it off, man. Let's go. To me, that's a Pirate fan. To me, that's a fan that's thinking the same way as the players in this, and especially of the coaching staff, saying, we believe just like you. We believe in these boys. No matter what happens, we still believe in them. And I talked to him last night, and I said, sir, I know I'm focused in the ball game, but, on the outside, I could hear him. And it was all positive, man. And I want to fill up the stands with fans like that. Mm-hmm. And if we do that, sir, it's going to be great. It's going to be good, because the kids are going to feed off of it, because, they're going to feel that positivity. They're going to say, hey, they're encouraging us. They're there. They got our back. And man, Mr. Littleton, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you for being such a big Pirate fan. And I thank you again.
Oh, there's a whole bunch of them, Coach Silva, I can tell you that. And for the boys, I would say this too. Just go out and have fun. I mean, you know what you can do. These boys, some of them have been there last year, 2 years. They know they can win. They know what they have, right? We're facing a little bit of adversity. It's hard to explain why these things happen. And sometimes it's unexplainable, right? You just got to be able to get up the next morning and say, okay, we're going to put it together today.
Yep.
Right now, because what's in front of us is still the playoffs, right? We control it. We don't have to win out and then hope that some team loses. We control our own destiny. That's right.
You are absolutely correct.
So let's get that focus and go in tomorrow like a new season. Let's go out and have some fun. We know our pitchers. We know what they can do. We know what our infield can do. And I guarantee you, Coach, if the boys do not make an error tomorrow and play a perfect game, I guarantee you we're going to be right there in the end and possibly win the game. Sir. And that's the difference. If we play good and we play just one play at a time, don't worry about what's ahead. They're winning. One play at a time, one swing at a time, one pitch, one defensive play, one batter at a time, and just let the game go and have fun. Do your thing. And before you know it, we're going into the 6, 7, 8 innings, and it's a tie game. We're up by 1, we're down 1, but we're there. And I think as a fan, all you can ask the boys is go out, give 100%, give ourselves a chance to win. Sometimes it goes our way, sometimes it don't, but we'll be in the game at the very end, and you never know what can happen. So, guys, just go out there. I have a lot of belief in these guys because I know them the last couple of years. I've been out there. I go out there every Wednesday, interview two of them, go out to the game. So I know what these boys are capable of because I've been there. And right now, it's a little tough for us. It's a season that we didn't anticipate was going to go out this way, but that's what happens. The successful teams find a way to overcome that, get ourselves in the playoff, and then it's a whole new season. Let's go and let's see where the chips fall. So I'm definitely rooting for you, coach. And I love that you bring this energy no matter what's going on, because I think it starts with you. You got to keep believing. You got to keep thinking and
Yes, sir.
thinking positive, even when things aren't going the way that you hope they go. But you're the one guy, the leader of this program. You got to keep being positive. You got to keep giving that message. And I guarantee you, coach, one day it's just gonna boom, the light's
The
gonna
light's
come
gonna come on.
here we
Yeah,
go, baby. Here we go.
you know, I
So,
was in at work today, and I had a break. I went and got some water or something. I can't even remember. And I checked my phone, right, in this afternoon, and I had a message from a former player who is now a coach at Kingsville for the Javelinas in baseball program. And he was my freshman quarterback back then. And we were in Alice, and he was a good player, man. He had a rocket of an arm, sir. I mean, I'm talking, he was loaded, man. And anyway, he sends me a video of A-Rod, and A-Rod is explaining that he was in a slump. And he said that Joe Torre, legendary Joe Torre, tells him, "Hey, why are you worried about that, man? Just do one small thing right. Just do one thing right. Take care of the little things." And back then, and I still do it now, I preach to my players, football, baseball. And I got this from a coach when I first started back in 96, 97 in Mathis, Texas. When I first started with Chris Sosa, there was a coach there, and he said, he would tell the players, if you do the little things right, great things are going to happen. And I heard it, and it made so much sense to me that I kept it, and I stole it from him. And for the last 29 years, I've used it, and I believe in it. And he sent me that message saying, like, remember, coach, do the little things right, great things will happen. And I was going like, man, thank you, because now he's a coach too, and he does a great job over there in Kingsville. And I was going like, that's something I got to relate to my boys. Hey, just do the little things right and have fun. Whenever you said, hey, don't forget to have fun. Baseball's fun, man. You got to play hard, but it is so much fun to play baseball. And, and everybody has their preference of their sport. For me, baseball, oh man, I love to play it. It's just an awesome game. And whenever he sent me that message, I'm going to relay it to my boys tomorrow. Don't worry about what's happening over here. Don't try to do too much. You just do your job and do those little things right. And I guarantee you, if we put all those little things right, great things are going to happen. Good things are going to happen, and we're going to be successful. So shout out to Oscar Resendez out there at Texas A&M Kingsville, part of that baseball staff, and for reminding me about doing the little things right, man. And I'm a firm believer in that. And being positive, sir, it does come with a job. I'm a pirate. I'll always be a pirate. I'm going to motivate these kids. I'm going to coach them up. That never changes. And even if, we come out on the wrong side, like, sometimes we do, I'm never going to give up on these Pirates. I'll always be there, and I'll always be positive. That's why I look at my coaches after the game. I say, and I've told them, I said, you can say one thing about what we need to correct, but you better have one or two positive things to come out right after. See, because they know, the kids know, there's no need to tear them down even more. Hey, we just got to correct on our fielding. That's it. Get the ball, throw the ball. But we did see this happen, and we did see this happen, and way to roll too. Hey, great job behind the plate. Hey, nice job in the outfield. Way to catch that ball in foul territory. The boys made some great plays. It's just that one inning, kind of everybody forgets about everything else. But hey, let's flush that one inning. Let's talk about the positive things that happen. And that's that. You're absolutely correct. That is my job, and I'm a positive person, sir. I'm an optimistic person. Hey, I'm going to tell you that we could go out there and play the Dodgers and we'll beat them because I probably believe in my team. And if I didn't believe in this team, I'm in the wrong business, but I do. And, countless hours out here. And it's not because I'm just trying to impress people. No, it's because I love my job.
Yeah.
It's because I love these kids. It's because I love to build a program. It's because I want these kids to experience stuff that I experienced. For the fourth round, being a coach, coaching after graduation. That's something that I want this specific group to hopefully be able to experience, because there's nothing like it, sir. There's nothing like it to where like, hey, school's over. What? We're still playing. Yeah, you still got practice.
Whoa, that would be great. No, and I think what you bring, you have to believe, coach. If you don't believe, no one else is. The fans don't believe if our head coach doesn't believe the players will. So I know it's tough at times, but I love that you come on this podcast, no matter win or lose. Hey, we took it on the chin. I'm gonna come and tell you what we did, but I'm also going to tell you what we're doing to get better. You don't shy away from that, and that's take the good with the bad, and I love that and respect that about you. You come on, hey, I'm gonna tell you. You asked me the question, I'm gonna tell you what we did, and I've seen the games where we haven't played bad. It's been a one inning with 2 outs. I've seen a 1 out where it's just like I'm sitting there in the press box going, God, we had them out. Now we're down 4 runs, and that's easy to correct too. It is. A lot of it is mindset, and just go out there, have fun, play your game, and let the chips fall where they may. So again, for all the Pirate fans, tomorrow night, it's not Friday. Tomorrow, district game. It's Thursday, 7 o'clock in Rockport, Parents Night, Senior Night. Please come out if you're around town. The evenings have been beautiful, not too hot, not too cold. Maybe the mosquitoes are out a little bit, but throw a little bit off, you'll be all right. Definitely come on out, like Coach said. When the boys see the fans out there packed, it does make a difference for the players. It gives them that extra energy that could make the difference. So these are our boys. This is our team here in Rockport. So we definitely want to come out and support them. It all starts at 7 o'clock. If you want to get there for Parents Night, definitely get there a little early, but definitely come on out and support them. Coach, I really appreciate everything you do for this program.
Yes, sir.
And stick with it. Eventually, we're going to get on the right track, and we're going to
Yes,
go.
sir.
Just stick
That's
with it.
that's
And
what we believe.
I do want to let you know that look, there's more positive than negative. Just know that there's a lot of people out here that support this program, and they support you, and we're behind you 100%. Keep doing what you're
Thank
doing.
you, sir.
Eventually, at some point, we're going to get it right, because this team is.
We're gonna make that turn around the corner. We're gonna get there.
We're definitely going to get there. I'll give you
I
the
do.
final word, Coach.
I do have a question for you.
Mhm.
So, how did you like the press box? And we have the AC working, and now it's nice and cool in there. So I don't know. I don't know when you're gonna be back, but I can tell you right now, man, it feels good in there.
We wanted to go back tomorrow. I do have some podcasts that I do for another school, and that's been tough. If it's because when I set this whole thing up, I set up for Tuesday and Fridays, and so we're trying to get out there. My tech guy goes to college, but he'll be out in time. We did talk about it. We're going to talk about it again in the morning, see if we can get out there in time to be able to do it. So if I can, I'll definitely be out there. But we're looking hopefully to get out there tomorrow and Tuesday in Ingleside. That's another school that we cover. So we definitely like to get out there for those. But we're definitely working, and we'll know tomorrow. We can get out there on Thursday. See if we can make some moves for our podcast, and then definitely next Tuesday is the final game, right? Is that
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, that's when we play Ingleside. Next Monday, quick reminder, or we added a game on Monday for our JV and freshmen. They're going to be going to Port Lavaca. The games there are going to be at 3 and 5. The kids are off of school, so we're going to play a little bit earlier so the kids can get back home early. And then on Tuesday, we play at Ingleside. And then on Thursday, our junior high, they're going to host private school from Corpus Bishop Gadiaga Junior High Middle School.
I know, yeah.
They'll host them. And then they'll have another game the following Tuesday. And then that will be it for the junior high season. That'll be it for the JV season. And then all we're going to be doing is practicing for our playoffs and trying to see, knowing and trying to see how far we could go. And I'm believing, sir, kind of like exactly what you said. If I'm going to have the last words here, as far as me talking about to the community about this baseball program, our kids are special. They're great. They're amazing. They do try hard and work hard. I think if we could put all the pieces of the puzzle together, pitching, offensively, defensively, we're going to win a lot of ball games. And this is a time right now, like we said before, we win this when no, not if, when we win these games, we're going to have a positive 2 winning game streak going into the playoffs. And that is huge. And as you go into the playoffs, then you get ready for that one team, and boom, let's go. And just let's move on. Whoever we face, we'll go up north to Sweeney. Then we come back down and play the winner of Robstown and somebody from the Valley, La Feria, somebody from down there. We take care of them. Now we go up. And then I think, really this sky's the limit, man. I mean, I will, of course, just like any coach, district title, right? You get into the season, hey, well, let's win that district title. So now that's a little bit out of our hands and control. So let's get into the playoffs. And let's get in with a 2-game winning streak. And let's take care of our first round. And then if we take care of the first round, builds momentum. Let's go to the second round, beat the second round. Now we're starting to really, really, really believe that we got something going. And you just never know, sir. You never know. Once you get to the playoffs, you never know what could happen. We could be talking about right now, man. We had a couple of last 2 weeks facing London, Victoria East, Sinton, come out on the short end of the stick. That's fine. But everybody's going to forget that after we win 2 games and then we win 2 or 3 rounds in the playoffs. Nobody's going to remember what happened back then. Everybody's going to focus right there and going like, let's go Pirates. And my goal really is to see if we do end up in a 2 out of 3, series, is to have one of those games here. Because I want the community to come out. I want the boys to feel that home field advantage and to fill it up. Because once you get into the playoffs, all of a sudden people are going to go, hey, wait a minute, the lights are on. Hey, I heard the baseball team's in there. And wouldn't it be awesome to have baseball playoff game and a softball playoff game? And let's fill up the stands everywhere. And then that way the whole community is out there. And whenever the Pirates win, it's a community win. And we just get out there and we're going to celebrate together. And that's my final word for it, sir. I still believe, I still love these kids, and we're going to keep on working hard. Practice schedule doesn't change. We kind of ease up on a couple of things because it's now we're towards the end of the season, and we really want to keep our boys healthy. And we just get in there and we just get after it. And, there's still 3 bases and a home plate. And let's get after it, man. And let's be productive. And these boys can. And you are correct when you say if we eliminate that one inning in our last 10 games, we could easily be 8-2 in those 10 games, and that's just baseball, man. That's just baseball. If it rolls your way, you're good. But I want to thank you again for, being at the game. I want to thank you again for having me on the podcast and just reaching out to the community saying like, we got wonderful young men, and just come out and support those young men.
And Coach, I'll let you know here on the Pirates Coast Sports Network, we definitely support you 100%. So again, if you ever need anything, let us know. Again, come out tomorrow night, game time at 7. Come a little early. It's parents' night, so we're going to be celebrating the parents, also with the kids and our seniors. So definitely, we still have that opportunity. Nothing is out of our hands. We went out. We're going to the postseason. So it starts tomorrow. So definitely all of the support, the community coming out, supporting this Pirates would be big time. And I know that the kids would definitely appreciate it. So, Coach, the only thing I'm going to say is go Pirates, man.
That's right, baby. Let's go.
Get that win tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I appreciate it. We will. Let's go.
Oh, Coach, one more thing before you go. Once the season's over, whenever you want, I really would like to see we could get the middle school coaches in here with you so that we could definitely get a recap of the season and have the coaches talk about the middle school guys and just talk about some of the players and give us some insight on how the season went this year.
Yes, sir. I mean, I know we're wrapping it up, but man, we got, I want to say we got 20 on the 7th grade or the 8th grade, and we got about 21 kids on the 7th grade. So we've got good numbers. I'm hoping that, next year, what I'm going to do is if we continue having these big numbers, I'm going to start, and I did put it out there this year. Hey, if anybody has another team, you got your 7th, your 8th, or your A and B, whatever the case might be. If you got another team, I'm gonna reach out to the 5A school, 6A school, whatever, and let's get a game going, man. Let's get a game and let's play and let's give these kids, that opportunity. And you just never know when you have a young one, man. They might struggle in 7th grade, 8th grade, then they blossom. It happens in football, happens in basketball, happens in every sport. And if they really work hard, you could see a kid blossom, and you're going like, wow, they've come a long way. But thank you again for having me here, and I'll talk to my junior high staff so that way maybe perhaps next week they could be on.
Whenever you got them ready, Coach, let me know, and then definitely
You got it.
The schedule come back. Coach, have a good one, and let's
You
get
too.
that one tomorrow night.
You got it. Thank you, sir. You guys have a good evening.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And that was our head baseball coach, Coach Silva, coming out. He'll be scheduled next Wednesday at 6:30. This time we came in a little early because, like I said, he had a game. But I really appreciate Coach because he comes on when he can. These coaches, they don't have to come out and do this after a long day. They could come out and do it once every now and then. But when I talk to them at the beginning of the season, I ask them, Coach, this is my goal. This is what I want to do. I want to be able to reach these kids, recognize these kids. And I kind of give them the plan. I haven't had one coach tell me I won't come on. Now, sometimes when there's a game or we got something going on, I can't make it. But I can honestly say that for all of the schools that we do, man, the coaches are great in each one of those schools where they make time for 30 minutes or so to come on out. And I really appreciate it because they get an opportunity to talk about their program and the kids. So again, we had Coach Reyes on today, Wednesday, Pirate Podcast 2025. We're toward the end of our softball and baseball. The softball girls are in the playoffs. They are district champs. So once again, congratulations to Coach Reyes, her assistant coaches, and the Lady Pirates. We're definitely waiting to see the first round and where that's going to go. The Rockport Pirates still have 2 games left or so, 2 in district. And so to get to the playoffs, they win both of those games, win, and they're in. And that's exactly what the Pirates are trying to do. So we're hoping we go 2-0, get ourselves in the playoffs. That's still right in front of us. So again, please come on out tomorrow night, 7:00 parents night. Start a little early and recognizing our seniors. And then game time is scheduled to start at 7. So please come on out if you're around town, support our baseball program and the Pirates. Once again, I want to thank Coach Reyes and Coach Silva for coming out. They both are scheduled next Wednesday. So definitely share this podcast to your timeline. Let's get more eyes on our baseball and softball coaches. Until next week, man, on the Pirates Cove here, Sports Network, our Facebook page. We'll be back next week. Good night, and we'll see you guys real soon.